In Workbook Video 7 for our home loan, we will take a look at some shortcut keys that we can use to move around quickly through our extensive amortization schedule, and also take a look at a little shortcut we can use to add up a large column of numbers. So to begin, make sure you have your workbook open from Video 6, which should now look like this. We have a $250,000 mortgage at 4% for 30 years and a monthly payment of $1,193.54. We started our payments on January 1st, 2020, and if we were to go down to the end, we could see that the loan would end on December 1st, 2049. Let's take a look at how I got down there so quickly. If I'm here in column C and I want to get down to the very last entry within column C, I can hold down the control key and press the down arrow key. That'll take me to the last entry. The other thing I can do is if I'm here, if I hold the control key and the shift key, I can select everything all the way down to the last entry, which would also allow me to get down to the bottom. I would just need the additional step of clicking down here somewhere if I wanted to do something else in that location. So the control key, move to the top, control key down arrow, move to the bottom, up arrow to the top, down arrow to the bottom. Want to go over to the side, control right arrow key. Want to go to the left, control left arrow key. If you want to select everything, control shift and the right arrow key will select the entire row. Let's go back up to the top for just a minute. Let's come on over here to A10 and go ahead and freeze . And that way we can scroll and still see our headings. Let's come on over to column G, control down arrow, let's put a bottom border across all of our values starting at D, column D, over to H, starting at row 369, and a bottom border. Let's take a look at a shortcut to add up all of the values, all 360 payments. What might be your guess as to what the sum of all of these principal payments would add up to? That's right, they should equal the amount that we borrowed because we have to pay back that amount. Let's find out. Now we could do it the way we've done it before, equal sum. Go through that and then select all these values. That would take a long time though because it's 360 of them. Let's do a shortcut. Click right below here in G370 and then I'm at the Home tab. Come on over to the right side and take a look for this auto sum. Click and notice that it automatically selects every value above the current cell that we are entering our formula within, and then we can simply press enter. Now if you're not sure that's really happening, you can certainly scroll up there just to make sure, and there it is. Stops at the first value there in period 1. Once again, click below the values, auto sum, and enter. We don't have to type any parentheses, it does it for us automatically. And there it is, $250,000. But now you must also recall that we had to pay for borrowing that money. And so this would be a real quick way we can find out how much it costs to borrow $250,000 for 30 years. And that would be the total of all of these interest amounts, 360. Take a guess as to how much you think that might be. $10,000, $20,000? Let's find out. AutoSum. Enter. Can it be $179,673 to borrow that money for 30 years? Yes, very expensive to borrow money over a long period of time. The last thing we'll take a look at is how much did we pay in total for the purchase of our $250,000 home. What was the actual amount or the actual cost to us by the time we paid it off? How much did that house cost us? Well, we simply just need to add up how much we borrowed and paid back plus how much we paid in interest. So there you go. The actual home cost us $429,673.77 by the time we finished paying for it. Think of this as a bag of money. $250,000. You want to borrow it for 30 years. The price, $179,000. And that's going to conclude Workbook Video Lesson 7. Up next, you'll be taking a quiz on mortgages and using your Excel workbook for a home loan.